The need for speed has one Oshawa man gunning for higher limits on the 400 series highways. Live to Melanie Ng with why some say it's about time we put the pedal to the metal.
Roger, we're here at the 404 in Shepherd, and the speed limit here, 100 kilometers an hour, but it wasn't always this way. In fact, back in the early 70s, the speed limit was just over 110 kilometers an hour. One man says we need to get with the times and acknowledge that this is unreasonable.
People don't speed for the sake of speeding. That's something that has to be understood. People speed because the limit is very low. It's unreasonable.
Chris Klimek says our roads, our infrastructure can handle more speed like in Europe. Germany's Autobahn doesn't even have a limit. Chris is pushing the province to increase the speed limit to 120 kilometers an hour on 400 series highways and 130 kilometers an hour on 401 Express and the 407.
Most drivers will actually be driving about 115, 120 to 130 and 140.
So we're going to do a bit of an experiment. Everyone knows on the 400 series highways the speed limit is 100 kilometers an hour. But with this dashboard camera, we're going to take you on a ride. I'm going to travel 100 kilometers an hour and see just how many people are traveling at that same speed. I'm doing exactly 100 and everyone's coming up passing us right now. And Chris did an experiment of his own, driving through Scarborough mid-afternoon. You can clearly see how fast he's going, and he's not passing anyone.
I have to admit, I get the odd honk.
Ontario's transportation minister says he locks his cruise control to 100 clicks and adds his government won't budge.
If the speed limit were increased, they would go that much further beyond the speed limit. There's no contemplation in any way, shape or form to increase our speed limits, we're simply going to hold very, very firm on that.
These recent crashes support the argument that speed kills. OPP Sergeant Dave Woodford says speed is one of the top 4 causes of fatal collisions on our roads.
This year so far, there have been, I believe, 14 people killed on OPP patrolled highways as a result of speed. We have to remember there's a lot of other vehicles on the road, not just you as an individual.
If speed kills, why have such a high limit of 100 kilometers an hour? How about sticking to 90 or 80? How about just not driving at all?
That's kind of crazy. I don't know. I know a lot of people drive really slow on the highways too because they don't feel comfortable driving at those speeds.
I tend to do about 110 on the highway. I don't really think it needs to go any faster than that.
It's unreasonable because most people drive on 120 on the 100 and the police accept it.
I think they should definitely keep it at the rate it is now, and it'll regulate the speed more because people are always going to abuse that speed limit.
And Chris says that he plans to take his plan to the provincial government once he has more public feedback, including an online survey on his website. You can find that information on our website, CityNews.ca. Click on FYI.